Welcome to the Hampshire Cultural Trust. I'm Ross Turl, and today we're in our stores looking at our gun collection, and more specifically the guns collected together by Cecil Vokes. So let's go into the store. The wider gun collection holds about 1,100 pieces, and the Vokes collection consists of 350 itself, and here we see some of them on display. There's different types of guns: sporting, military, small individual weapons, some highly decorated, some very plain. But it's not just the weapons, it's also the associated paraphernalia and tools that go with them. So who was Cecil Vokes? He was born in Hampshire and he trained as an engineer and worked at Thornycross, Southampton for his first job. He then set up his own company in 1921, but his real passion lay in firearms. Vokes, seen here with one of his guns, was an avid collector of sporting and antique firearms and amassed one of the largest privately owned firearms collections in England. To house his large gun collection, he had bespoke cases made and installed them in his home at Neatham Mill near Alton. These are the same cases that can now be seen with the gun collection in our museum. On his death in 1961, aged 70, Vokes bequeathed his collections to the Curtis Museum in Alton. The collection was later moved to the Hampshire Museum Service. There's no way we could look at all the Vokes guns in one tour, but one of the strengths of his collections was the curious pieces with interesting stories attached to them, and we can look at some of those guns. So let's open up one of the cases and start. This .44 caliber Winchester rifle was believed to have been brought to England around 1900 by W.F. Cody, Buffalo Bill, in his Wild West tour of Europe. This showpiece rifle, made in the 1860s by Winchester, was engraved by Conrad Aldrich, who, along with his two brothers, engraved guns for the Winchester Company and are renowned. The engravings show scenes of the goddess Diana. It is rather fitting as a hunting rifle. You can see why the combination of the fine classical engravings and the connection to Buffalo Bill would have appealed to Vokes. This flintlock is another unique gun from the Vokes collection, reputedly given to Lord Byron when he was at Harrow. What makes this sporting piece, made about 1780, particularly fine and interesting is the inlaid silver decoration, which extends this lovely silver wire set in the stock of the gun. And further decorated plates on the end of the stock. What makes this gun particularly unique though is his plate, Nelson to Byron, showing the gun was given to Lord Byron in May 1805 by Lord Nelson, mere months before his death at Trafalgar. The Vokes collection also includes many smaller handguns, such as the one stored in these drawers here. Many different variety of guns through the years, including this rather nasty looking piece which includes a knuckle duster, a dagger and a self-cocking pistol, the ultimate in self-defence. Another interesting piece is this flintlock duckfoot pistol, made about 1780 by Knock of London. They're very popular with naval officers, as the four barrels, when fired in close proximity in a confined ship, were a good deterrent against mutineers. As well as guns, the Vokes collection also includes associated items. such as these powder flasks made for holding gunpowder. Some of them are very plain, obviously for hunting, like this leather and copper one. Others are far more decorative. This one here from Persia, present day Iran, depicts an antelope being swallowed by a dragon. And then this German one, dating from the 18th century, originally had a compass set in the side of it. As well as the powder flasks, we also have tools. All these tools are for the manufacture of bullets and cartridges. So starting with this one here, I have a bullet mould, and if you can see clearly, you've got the shape of the bullet and the molten metal we poured into. Another one, for perhaps a more basic weapon, would be for a spherical mould for a musket ball. Much simpler. And then for cartridge making, here we have a measuring cup for measuring out the lead shot to go into a cartridge. And all these tools here show the changing development of bullet and cartridge manufacturing through the years. Thank you for joining us on this short tour of the Vokes collection. We've only been able to scratch the surface by showing some of the more interesting pieces, but we do hope you've enjoyed it. If you'd like to know more, please contact Hampshire Cultural Trust.